Maxine Waters caught in despicable act as she thought no one was watching, by Liberty Bell for dailyvine.com. For years, conservatives have heard the left tout themselves as the party of tolerance and diversity, but their actions seem to contradict what they say. For instance, the close relationship that top Democrat leaders have with this open racist, anti-Semitic and Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan. Over the last several years, conservatives have seen Democrats cozying up with this hateful individual who regularly calls for the death of white people and the Jewish race. However, it seems that there are those who are ready to put an end to this vile relationship after what Maxine Waters and Farrakhan were caught doing to white people, and it's about time. Black pastors in America are calling out Democrat leader Maxine Waters for her close relationship with racist leader Louis Farrakhan. It's a wonder how Maxine Waters is still in office, but somehow she continues to get elected despite the damage she has done to her constituents in her county. While Waters lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion and calls President Trump a racist, her actions by allowing her voters to live in poverty and her close relationship with an absolute radical racist shows her complete hypocrisy, and now she is being called for it. For years, Waters has cozied up to the Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan, who has openly called for the mass genocide of white people. If you don't believe it, here is a little snippet of Farrakhan in action. We don't need to see it. He's disturbing. He once said white folks are going down and Satan is going down. Farrakhan, by God's grace, has pulled the cover off of that satanic Jew, and I'm here to say your time is up. Your world is through. It seems that black pastors in the country are not too pleased with the fact that Maxine Waters and other top Democrat leaders are hanging around this blatant racist and are saying something about, and not saying something about it. In a recent statement by black pastors in America, they are demanding that Maxine Waters openly condemns and cuts ties with the raging racist. But of course, she is dragging her feet, in which only has everyone wondering what the problem is. You can't change her. What do you mean cut ties with him? She's a racist. That's bottom line. So all you white people out there that they have a few probably in her, Maxine Waters' audience, I say better wake up. Reverend William Owens, African-American pastors rebuke Congressional Black Caucus. Absolutely. A group of conservative African-American pastors rebuke the CBC as traitors to black Americans as it launches a midterm election. Absolutely. They're playing on their phones and doing whatnot and not standing up. It is treasonous what they did. Trump is right. It is treasonous. They weren't standing up for anything that America stood for. I mean, it is just sickening to watch what this country has evolved into. Here is more from Breitbart. The head of a coalition of black pastors says Representative Maxine Waters and the Congressional Black Caucus must end their partisan hypocrisy and denounce leftist hate speech, such as that proclaimed by anti-Semite and Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan. Excuse me. In a press release sent to Breitbart News, Reverend William Owens, president of the Coalition of African American Pastors, refers to Farrakhan's statement in a recent speech. White folks are going down. Whatever. Owens observes Waters was among those present at Farrakhan's speech, Waters' refusal to speak out against Farrakhan and other extremist hate speech is the perfect example of the hypocrisy. Yet, in February, Waters appeared on a BET special program that focused on President Trump's State of the Union address. Though Waters herself did not attend that event as a protest against the president, she said, nevertheless, that Trump is a racist. Yeah, you, unbelievable. One speech cannot and does not make Donald Trump presidential. She said he's not presidential, and I can't even. This article is very disturbing, and he never will be presidential. He claims that bringing people together, but make no mistake, he is dangerous, unprincipled, divisive, and shameful racist. Yeah. Now that we got you on tape with Farrakhan, yeah, talking out of the two sides of your mouth, huh? Additionally, in January, a photograph of then Senator Barack Obama of Illinois at that time and Farrakhan taken in 2005 at a meeting of the Congressional Black Caucus was released after a 13-year cover-up to protect Obama's political career. So if Obama's there with Farrakhan back then, what does it tell you about who Obama was? I'm telling you, the disgustingness of what happened to this country, it is shameful. Owens joined civil rights educator Dr. Alveda King and other black leaders in February to publicly rebuke the CBC as a disgrace and traitors to black Americans. Absolutely, I'm standing behind Owens. The leaders accused CBC members of engaging in childish, I would say vengeful behavior towards the State of the Union address, with their sulking in their seats, texting, pretending to be disinterested. They're traitors to this country. That's not sulking and everything. No. This is traitorous against the American Constitution, against the Republic, against what America stands for. This is not childish. It's vindictive and vengeful and traitorous. Without question, the CBC's foul demeanor has been a just cause to demand either represent or go away. I say put them in prison. That's what I say. Forget about going away. Anyway, moving on, Owen and his group have launched a petition to hold the CBC accountable to the values and needs of the African American community. The petition further says many so-called civil rights leaders have lost touch with the moral values of mainstream African Americans. Absolutely. It has to make many people wonder why Democrat leaders would hang around someone who is so hateful if they didn't feel the same way that Farrakhan did. In fact, that is the only conclusion anyone can come up with. And it seems that conservatives are not the only ones that think that. For instance, every liberal talk show host, Jake Tapper, asked that very same question recently on his own Twitter account. And of course, not a word yet still from Waters. I mean, it is disgraceful. I say, you know what? The conservatives, it's about time we start stepping up our game because enough is enough with this garbage that's taking place here. If the pressure continues to mount against Waters and the rest of those who want to have a relationship with Farrakhan, they will finally be voted out for the racists that they really are. It's Jake Tapper here, which, you know, that's surprising from MSM, you know, anybody. But again, why? Because it's anti-Semitic, right? But nothing about white people, though, but whatever. It's really not difficult at all to condemn this anti-Semitic nonsensical bilge, unless, of course, you agree with it, or B, don't want to alienate those who do. That's, Jakey boy, your position, you could have been a little bit more forceful. This tweet, really, it's very, very politically correct. This is what has gotten this country where it has gotten to because of the political correctness. And we're sick and tired of this kind of trash leading our country down to the sewer that it's going. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.